Hey you guys, it's Megan from Create Your Future. I'm a coach here at Create Your Future, and if you're interested in me helping manifest whatever you want in your reality, check out the description, the link below, as well as many self-paced courses that I have. A couple in the description below. People are getting some success. There's how to manifest your person, how to get your ex back, and also just a real in detail thing about mental diets so you can manifest that. So anyway, you guys, today I want to address something that I saw in one of my comments on one of my videos. Someone said, why would you get an ex back? And I kind of want to address that today, why someone would want to get an ex back in the way in describing ways for manifesting. So when you have a desire, it's a promise. Okay, so number one, you would not have the desire if it wasn't a promise. And it comes from what your awareness is, and your awareness is basically God, and it's a collective consciousness here. Okay, now the reason why people turn into be an ex or why things change is because our subconscious limiting beliefs. Okay, people do not have free will in our reality unless you want to create that they have free will in your reality. You can, but they don't have free will in your reality, and they're only acting out the part that you are writing for them. So it is always your choice to recreate somebody or to bring somebody new in. That is definitely your choice. But either way, you are in control of your reality. So if someone was showing up in your reality that you did not like and they became an ex, you could totally select a different version of them. All right, you would select a different version because there's multiple versions, there's parallel realities out there, and it's a new parallel reality every second. So whatever you're focusing on, you're going to create. So this would also be like why relationships start out really great in the beginning and then they change. Okay, it's because you have a concept of yourself, and people maybe limiting belief that people, relationships don't last for me, or relationships change over time, or people really like me at first, but once they get to know me, they don't really like me. Okay, those subconscious beliefs, okay, which form way, way earlier in our life, are being projected out, and you're projecting that out onto other people, whether you like it or not. So those people are not acting independently. So if somebody did something to you, it is because of your assumptions about yourself, about the opposite, the person, and relationships. So for instance, if you're having a limiting belief, if you were cheated on, and believe me, I know how painful that is. In my own life, I've had really bad things happen to me. So I don't want to come out here and say that I don't understand, because I do understand. But I want to give you guys the background of this, that they are just acting out the part because of you. So when we talk about no one to change but conception of self and your self-conception, that's it, okay? It's because everything is being mirrored from inside your mind, okay? Your thoughts, your assumptions, they're being created and pictured out. So that's why if you're wanting to create something new, you need to turn off your senses. All right, you need to suspend your judgment for what's showing up, because everything you see right now is just a previous manifestation from your thoughts from yesterday and the day before, and all those sum total, and they're showing up now. So if an ex or someone in your life was showing up in a way that you did not like, and this again is not about blaming yourself. I don't want you guys to go out there and start blaming yourself. That's not going to be productive either. I'm just giving you the background of why, if you wanted to bring someone back in your life, why it can work and why it does work. It's because you're selecting a totally different version. You're selecting different thoughts. You're selecting different assumptions. You're selecting a different version of yourself, of somebody who's worthy of a relationship, who's worthy of commitment, who's worthy of communication, who's worthy of all this, okay? And you're also going to have a different story about your specific person. So if you had a story, let's say, going on that men don't like relationships, men don't care about women's feelings, men only want one thing, you're going to manifest that with men in your life, okay? They're just continuously out picturing what you're creating in your head. Now, and also, I don't get what I want, people aren't trustworthy, I can't trust people, people always let me down. Those sort of limiting beliefs are your self-concept, okay? And so what we're doing is we're taking those and we're changing and writing a different story for ourselves and our specific person, okay? Yes, you can actually get your specific person back, okay? Your ex back and they are not going to be the same person if you focus on creating a different version. All right, selecting a different version of them, selecting a version of somebody who is wanting a commitment, who is over their baggage, who is independent, who is stable, who wants to make you a priority. All right, you're selecting that version. All right, you're resurrecting that version in somebody, and it's because you're focusing on that version, and there's multiple versions of people. Okay, so you're focusing on that, and it's not that you're excusing all the stuff that's happened to you before. When you really understand this, you're gonna realize that you just did this to yourself. And again, not to beat you up, but you did this to yourself through your past thoughts and assumptions about things. You unknowingly did it. So again, I don't think the energy is going to be suited to continuously blame yourself or blame the person. But as you evolve through manifesting, you realize that we're all one, and blaming or shaming is going to just keep that story going. Okay, so it's just, things were created because we kept assuming something to be true. We kept assuming something to be true. All right, and we kept repeating that story in our head over and over again. And then that person, our reality, that maybe did something, maybe they just started changing, stopped pursuing you, stopped chasing you, stopped calling you. Okay, that's because of the limiting beliefs you held for relationships and for yourself. Okay, also for a self-concept of relationships don't work out. They all start out great. Okay, so you want to look at those, and then you can change whatever story you have going on in your head. Okay, so you want to start, basically figuring out what's your new reality you want. How do you want the people in your reality to choose you or to see you? And you want to be chosen, right? How do you want your relationship to look like? How do you want your specific person to behave? Okay, you're not manipulating anybody or doing anything, because you guys, this doesn't stop. Whether you like it or not, you're always telling people what to do with your thoughts. Okay, it's just what dominantly are you saying, and we're so used to habitually thinking some negative thoughts. So that's where the work is coming in, picking an end scene that we want to go to, feeling that there's some sort of sense that it's done, and sticking to a mental diet. So whether that's inner conversations or imaginal acts or congratulatory scenes, visualizations, your scripting, you just want to be very clear on what your end is and what that looks like, okay? And then you want to make sure that you're staying in your mental diet and you're not going down entertaining. I'm not going to say you're not going to be negative thoughts, but you're not entertaining the negative thoughts or that version of your specific person anymore, that version of yourself anymore, because now you're consciously creating what you want. So that's why people want their exes back, because you can have anything you want. I mean, that's it. That's the beauty. We can have whatever we want. And choosing to see someone in the better light and choosing to see yourself in a better light is actually the best for everybody. Okay. But again, you do not have to recreate your person. That's your choice. Okay. It's your choice if you want to recreate your ex and get them or get somebody new. All right. But for the most part, that's your choice. Not for the most part, it is your choice. Absolutely. Okay. So I just want to say that. And the reason why that person was showing up was just because you had that belief. I've seen this in my own life. I've changed many, many people in my own life by changing my story about them, listening to my inner dialogue, listening to make sure that my inner dialogue was matching my imaginal acts, because you can't serve two masters. You can't live in two places at once. I mean, that's not how consciousness works. That's why you're going to get wishy-washy results. So you have to, choose your new reality. You have to stay persistent in what you want to create until it shows up, because that is the principle. It will show up. Okay, whatever you're dominantly focusing on. Now, does that mean you have to reside there 24/7? No, because you can't. We're always going in and out of states. But the state that you want to reside in the most is the one that you want to create, which is being loved, being in that healthy relationship. What would you, if you want to be with your ex, how would they be behaving? What would they be doing? How would you be feeling? All right, that's what you would want to reside in the most. And that is done through your imaginal acts and also your mental diet. And those things have to, go hand in hand. They have to, again, if you could imagine something one time and you don't have any contrary thoughts through the rest of the day, dominant contrary thoughts, that's great. Okay. But if you are, you have an imaginal act and you do continuously have these dominant contrary beliefs and fearful thoughts, that's where the mental diet is redirecting it, and not taking 3D as golden because it's malleable. It can change at any point in time by what we choose to select to focus on. All right, that's the choice. And again, for you to focus on, you always have a choice if you're going to focus on the problem or if you're going to focus on the end of what you want. Focus on the problem, the how and why is just going to further put your manifestation behind. And I understand that's part of the journey. So, but if you can stop yourself from figuring out the how, it's going to come in so much faster. So yeah, if you want to manifest your ex, there's nothing wrong with that. You can manifest them into be a completely, totally different version by, looking at just selecting a different version of them and staying true to that if you wish to. Or if you don't wish to do it, you can manifest a new love. It's up to you. It's your reality. There's no right or wrong with that, okay? But everybody is just playing the part that you are writing for them. And it seems like it's coming from out there, but it's not. It's coming from in here. And that's where it's coming from in here, and being projected out onto everybody in your reality, because you're writing it for them. And this is why I always say, go test this out, test it, because you will see how everybody is you pushed out. You will see things, show up in your reality that you think about. And it will seem so coincidental because that's how it is. Your job is not to figure out how it's going to come to fruition. Your job is just to stay true to the end through persistent, by ignoring your senses, by, staying true to your mental diet and knowing and having faith, having that faith that is going to manifest what you want. And again, that's why I say, go do this and try this on other things, try this on so many other things, create those lists, figure it out, prove it to yourself, because you will prove that you in control in everything with your thoughts. Okay. And you're waking up to figuring out how you can consciously create. So that person that was showing up in your life before, that's an ex, and you want them back, you can totally get them back. Okay. If they just were acting out the part that you assigned to them and were projecting out to them. Okay. And if you want to manifest someone new, you can manifest somebody new. You just want to still watch your limiting beliefs, your thoughts, and what is going on autopilot in your brain, so you can, consciously create the end that you want. Okay, and not let those fears and doubts seem, hi, my cat's in the way, your fears and doubts to seem like they are, like they seem so real because they seem natural. Okay, your fears and doubts are what you're used to going back to. It feels like it's your natural state. Just like if somebody's in poverty, their natural state is to have all their assumptions are going to go with poverty over and over again. They're going to have thoughts, they're going to have affirmations, they're going to have thoughts. It's going to affirm the poverty. Okay. But as soon as you switch to a different assumption and resurrect the new thing that you want, okay, your job is to start watching your assumptions, start changing them. And if they're not in line with what you want to create, changing them to redirect them, because you don't have to identify with your thoughts. What you really want to do is start observing your thoughts, okay, and be the observer of your thoughts. And, as they come in, not judging them, but asking yourself if they align with what I want, realizing that your thoughts are just thoughts. They're just thoughts. You can choose to believe them, or you can choose to not believe them. You can choose to feel like they're so real, or you can choose to write a different script for what you want. Okay, so start making intentions that you see how everybody's you pushed out. Start making intentions to see how your consciousness is, and your awareness is creating everything in your reality. Test it. So again, I want to say, if you want to create an ex, recreate your ex. There's nothing wrong with that. I have a course about that. Recreating somebody, getting your specific person, and also getting your ex back if you want that. People are getting results, and that's because people are truly aware, or maybe they're not. But my goal is for you guys to understand and start understanding, and peeling that onion back and realizing that everybody is just at our command. They're playing out the parts that we're assigning to them. Actually, no one's doing anything to us. Okay, and it's okay. This is a skill, and that's why I said you want to practice it, because right now it's natural to go back in that state of feeling like unloved or unwanted or in lack. That's where you maybe have been dwelling for a long time, because we haven't been taught this stuff. So again, it might not feel real natural at first, and that's why you want to keep trying and testing it and practicing this until it starts feeling more normal for you. Okay, and if you think any sport or any language or anything, it took time to kind of understand and learn. And same thing with manifesting. So be super gentle with yourself as you go through this journey, because you know, what do you have to lose at this point? You know, just try, you know, test it out. Be gentle, see how this works, see how everybody's you pushed out. Stick on that mental diet, you know, stay, you know, in your end as much as you can. Dwell in that. Ignore your senses. Ignore what is being shown in your 3D, because it's just a past manifestation of your previous thoughts from yesterday, the day before, okay? And if you can, you know, persist through all that stuff and realize you can get through this and have whatever you want, you know, just by changing your assumptions, your thoughts about yourself and people in your reality, because they're just you pushed out, then you can have what you want in your reality, okay? Because again, it's coming from inside. It's coming from inside you. And yeah, so you can have your ex, you can have a new person, you can have $1 million, you can have a boat, you can have vacation, you can have a new car, whatever your desire is, you can have it. You just need to decide what your desire is, be worthy of it, start noticing your assumptions surrounding it, your limiting beliefs, changing them, coming up with an end scene, and sticking to your mental diet. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, again, I am here for coaching. If you want some help, personal one-on-one help with that. Also, there's some self-paced courses that go in depth for mental diet, as well as a specific person, as well as, you know, getting your ex back. So, you know, check those out if you're interested in those as well. If not, no biggie. I hope that this, you know, was a really good content and you guys found this valuable. And that you got something out of it, and that it can help you guys manifest what you want in your reality, because I just really, really want that for everybody. Okay? Everybody needs to know this stuff. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I love you all. I appreciate all of you so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.